Today, I want to talk to you about something that is crucial for success in any aspect of life: your mindset. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the chaos and lose sight of our thoughts and beliefs. But let me tell you, your mindset is the foundation of everything you do. It determines your actions, your decisions, and ultimately, your results. That's why in this video, I want to share with you 5 powerful ways to master your mindset and achieve the success you desire. Now, I know many of you may be feeling overwhelmed, stuck, or even defeated by your current mindset. But I want you to know that you are not alone. We all face challenges and obstacles when it comes to our mindset. But the good news is, we have the power to change it. By listening to this message and implementing these 5 strategies, you can turn things around and create a powerful mindset that will lead you to success. So whether you're an entrepreneur, a student, a parent, or anyone striving for personal growth, this video is for you. Are you ready to take control of your mindset and transform your life? Then let's dive in and discover the 5 ways to master your mindset. Remember, your mindset is the key to unlocking your full potential. Let's get started. Starting with number 5. The 5th way to master your mindset is practicing gratitude. As a personal development expert, I have seen time and time again the power of gratitude in transforming individuals into their best selves. It is a simple yet profound practice that can bring about immense joy, peace, and success in our lives. But before we dive into the power of gratitude, let me ask you this. How many of you woke up this morning feeling grateful for the gift of another day? How many of you took a moment to appreciate the roof over your head, the food on your table, and the people in your life who love and support you? You see, gratitude is not just a feeling, it is a mindset. It is a way of looking at the world and finding the good in every situation. Now, I know what some of you may be thinking. It's easy to be grateful when everything is going well. But what about when life throws us a curveball? When we face challenges and setbacks, it can be difficult to find anything to be grateful for. But I want to challenge you to see gratitude as a tool to help you overcome those obstacles and come out stronger on the other side. You see, gratitude is not about denying our problems or pretending they don't exist. It is about shifting our perspective and finding the lessons and blessings in every situation. As the saying goes, what you focus on expands. When we focus on the negative, we only attract more negativity into our lives. But when we choose to focus on the positive, we invite more positivity and abundance into our lives. So how do we practice gratitude in our daily lives? It starts with being mindful and present in the moment. We live in a fast-paced world where we are constantly bombarded with distractions. We are always thinking about the next task, the next goal, the next thing we want to achieve. But in doing so, we often forget to appreciate the present moment. We forget to be grateful for what we have right now. I want to share with you a simple but powerful practice that has transformed my life: keeping a gratitude journal. Every day, take a few minutes to write down at least 3 things you are grateful for. It could be something as small as a good cup of coffee or something as big as your health. The key is to focus on the feeling of gratitude as you write it down. This simple practice will not only help you cultivate a grateful mindset, but it will also serve as a reminder of all the good in your life when you are feeling down. Another way to practice gratitude is by expressing it to others. How often do we take the people in our lives for granted? We assume they know how much we appreciate them, but how often do we actually tell them? Take the time to express your gratitude to those who have made a positive impact in your life. It could be a simple thank you note, a heartfelt conversation, or a small gesture of kindness. Not only will it make their day, but it will also deepen your relationships and bring more love and positivity into your life. Now let's address the elephant in the room. What about when things are not going well? When we are facing challenges and struggles, it can be difficult to find anything to be grateful for. But I want to remind you that even in our darkest moments, there is always something to be grateful for. It could be the lessons we are learning, the strength we are building, or the support of our loved ones. As the saying goes, in every negative, there is a positive waiting to be found. Practicing gratitude also helps us cultivate a mindset of abundance. When we are grateful for what we have, we are sending a message to the universe that we are content and fulfilled. And in return, the universe responds by bringing more blessings into our lives. It is a powerful cycle that can help us attract more success, happiness, and abundance into our lives. Now, I want to talk to you about the fourth way to master your mindset by embracing failure. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Why would anyone want to embrace failure? We have been conditioned to fear failure, to avoid it at all costs. But I am here to tell you that failure is not something to be feared, but rather something to be embraced. Why? Because failure is a necessary part of the journey towards success. Think about it. Every successful person you know has failed at some point in their lives. Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times before he invented the light bulb. Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper for lacking creativity and having no good ideas. Oprah Winfrey was told she was unfit for TV before becoming one of the most influential media personalities in the world. These individuals did not let failure stop them. They used it as fuel to propel them towards their dreams. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is a stepping stone towards it. It teaches us valuable lessons and helps us grow and improve. But in order to embrace failure, we must first change our perspective on it. We must see it as an opportunity rather than a setback. One way to do this is by reframing our thoughts. Instead of saying, I failed, say, I learned. Instead of seeing failure as the end, see it as a new beginning. This shift in mindset can make all the difference in how we handle failure and use it to our advantage. Another way to embrace failure is by understanding that it is a natural part of the learning process. Just like a child learning to walk, we must stumble and fall before we can walk with confidence. In the same way, we must fail before we can succeed. Failure is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of growth and progress. Moreover, failure allows us to push ourselves out of our comfort zones and take risks. It forces us to think outside the box and come up with new solutions. As the saying goes, if you want something you've never had, you must be willing to do something you've never done. Failure is a necessary ingredient in the recipe for success. But perhaps the most important reason to embrace failure is that it builds resilience. In life, we will face many challenges and setbacks, but it is our ability to bounce back from them that will determine our success. Resilience is like a muscle. The more we use it, the stronger it becomes. And failure is the perfect opportunity to flex that muscle and build our resilience. So, my friends, I urge you to embrace failure. Do not let it discourage you or hold you back. Instead, use it as a tool to propel you towards your goals and dreams. As Winston Churchill once said, success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Now, I want to leave you with a few practical tips on how to embrace failure and use it to your advantage. 1. Reframe your thoughts. Instead of seeing failure as a negative, see it as an opportunity to learn and grow. 2. Learn from your mistakes. Take the time to reflect on your failures and identify what went wrong. Use this knowledge to improve and do better next time. 3. Keep a positive attitude. It can be easy to get discouraged when we fail, but it is important to maintain a positive attitude. Remember, failure is not the end. It is just a temporary setback. 4. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Sometimes we need a fresh perspective to see things in a different light. Don't be afraid to reach out to others for advice and support. Now to number 3. The third way to master your mindset is by surrounding yourself with positive influences. Now let me ask you this. Have you ever heard the saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with? Well, it's true. The people we surround ourselves with have a huge impact on our thoughts, beliefs, and actions. They can either lift us up or bring us down. That's why it's crucial to carefully choose the people we allow into our lives. You see, we are all influenced by our environment, whether we realize it or not. Our minds are like sponges, absorbing everything around us. That's why it's important to surround ourselves with positive influences that will help us grow and become the best version of ourselves. So how do we surround ourselves with positive influences? Well, the first step is to identify the people in our lives who have a positive impact on us. These are the people who inspire us, motivate us, and push us to become better. They could be our family, friends, mentors, or even colleagues. The next step is to limit our exposure to negative influences. These are the people who constantly bring us down, discourage us, and drain our energy. They could be the naysayers, the complainers, or the ones who always see the glass as half empty. Now, I'm not saying that we should completely cut these people out of our lives, but we should limit our interactions with them. Surrounding ourselves with positive influences also means immersing ourselves in positive environments. This could be attending seminars, workshops, or conferences where we can learn from successful and inspiring individuals. It could also mean joining a mastermind group or a community of like-minded individuals who share our goals and values. Now, I know what some of you may be thinking, but Jim, what if I don't have any positive influences in my life? Well, my friend, it's time to go out and find them. You see, we are not limited to the people we already know. We can always expand our network and meet new people who can have a positive impact on our lives. One way to do this is by volunteering or getting involved in community service. Not only will you be giving back to society, but you'll also have the opportunity to meet new people and make a positive impact on their lives. Another way is by joining clubs or organizations that align with our interests and goals. This will not only help us expand our network, but also surround ourselves with like-minded individuals who can support and motivate us. Surrounding ourselves with positive influences also means being selective with the information we consume. In today's digital age, we are bombarded with information from various sources, and not all of it is positive. That's why it's important to be mindful of the content we consume, whether it's through social media, news outlets, or even the books we read. We should strive to feed our minds with positive and uplifting information that will help us grow and expand our mindset. Now, I want to share with you a personal experience that highlights the power of positive influences. When I was just starting out in my career, I had the opportunity to work with a successful businessman who became my mentor. He was a positive influence in my life, constantly pushing me to grow and learn. He taught me valuable lessons about success, mindset, and personal development. And I can say without a doubt that he played a significant role in shaping me into the person I am today. But it's not just about finding positive influences, it's also about being a positive influence ourselves. We should strive to be the kind of person that others want to surround themselves with. We can do this by being kind, supportive, and encouraging towards others. We should also be willing to share our knowledge and experiences with others, just like my mentor did with me. Surrounding ourselves with positive influences is not just about achieving success. It's also about living a happy and fulfilling life. When we surround ourselves with positive people, we are more likely to adopt their positive mindset and outlook on life. We become more optimistic, resilient, and grateful for what we have. And as a result, we attract more positivity into our lives. Now, we need to create our reality, but it can also be our biggest obstacle. Our thoughts and beliefs shape our actions, and our actions determine our results. So, if we want to achieve success in any aspect of our lives, we must first master our mindset. And that brings me to goal setting. Setting goals is the foundation of personal development. It is the first step towards creating the life you desire. Without a clear destination in mind, how can we expect to reach our desired destination? Let me share with you a story. When I was 25 years old, I was working as a stock clerk in a small store. I was living paycheck to paycheck, and I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. One day, my mentor asked me a simple question: what do you want in life? And I couldn't answer that question. I had never thought about it before. That's when I realized that I needed to set goals for myself. So I sat down and wrote down a list of things I wanted to achieve. I wanted to become financially independent, travel the world, and impact people's lives. And let me tell you, my friends, once I had a clear vision of what I wanted, everything changed. I started taking action towards my goals. And within a few years, I was able to achieve everything I had written down on that piece of paper. But here's the thing. Setting goals is not just about writing them down and forgetting about them. It's about creating a plan of action and consistently working towards them. You see, goals without action are just dreams. And dreams, my friends, are just fantasies. But when we combine our goals with consistent action, that's when we start to see real results. Now, I know that setting goals can be intimidating for some of you. You may be afraid of failure or not knowing where to start. But let me tell you this, failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of success. We must embrace failure and learn from it. And as for not knowing where to start, let me give you a simple formula that has worked for me and countless others. First, be specific about what you want. Don't just say, I want to be rich. Instead, say, I want to earn $1 million in the next 5 years. Be specific, and your mind will start to work towards making it a reality. Next, write down your goals. As I mentioned earlier, goals without writing them down are just dreams. Writing them down gives them power and holds you accountable. Then, set a deadline for each goal. This creates a sense of urgency and motivates you to take action. Once you have your goals written down, break them down into smaller, actionable steps. This makes them less overwhelming and more achievable. And finally, take action every day towards your goals. It doesn't have to be a big action. Even small steps count. The key is to be consistent and keep moving forward. Now, I know some of you may be thinking, but Jim, what if I don't achieve my goals? Well, my friends, I have a simple answer for that. Adjust and readjust. Life is not a straight line. It's full of twists and turns. And sometimes our goals may change, and that's okay. The important thing is to keep setting goals and taking action towards them. You see, setting goals is not just about achieving them. It's about the journey. It's about becoming the best version of ourselves and constantly growing and evolving. And that, my friends, is the beauty of personal development. Now to the number one way to master your mindset. I have spent decades studying and teaching personal development, and I can confidently say that this one practice has the power to transform your life in ways you never thought possible. So what is this powerful practice, you may ask? It is none other than positive self-talk. Yes, you heard me right. The way we talk to ourselves has a profound impact on our thoughts, emotions, and actions. And in order to achieve success and fulfillment in life, we must first master our mindset through positive self-talk. Now, some of you may be skeptical. You may be thinking, how can talking to myself make any difference? But let me tell you, my friends, our thoughts and words have immense power. They shape our beliefs, which in turn shape our actions and ultimately our results. Think about it. How many times have you talked yourself out of something? How many times have you let negative self-talk hold you back from pursuing your dreams? We are our own worst critics. And if we continue to feed ourselves with negative thoughts and words, we will never reach our full potential. On the other hand, positive self-talk has the power to uplift us, motivate us, and push us towards greatness. When we speak to ourselves with kindness, encouragement, and belief, we create a positive mindset that allows us to overcome challenges and achieve our goals. But let me be clear. Positive self-talk is not about being delusional or ignoring our problems. It is about acknowledging our struggles and choosing to focus on the solutions instead of dwelling on the negatives. It is about shifting our perspective and finding the good in every situation. So how can we practice positive self-talk? The first step is to become aware of our inner dialogue. Pay attention to the thoughts and words that run through your mind. Are they uplifting or self-defeating? Are they empowering or limiting? Once you become aware of your self-talk, you can start to change it. The second step is to replace negative self-talk with positive affirmations. Affirmations are powerful statements that we repeat to ourselves to reinforce positive beliefs. For example, instead of saying, "I can't do this," say, "I am capable and I will figure it out." Instead of saying, "I am not good enough," say, "I am worthy and I am enough." Now, I know some of you may be thinking, "But Jim, I don't believe these affirmations." And that is okay. It takes time and practice to change our beliefs. But here's the thing. Our thoughts and words have a way of becoming our reality. So even if you don't fully believe in your affirmations at first, keep repeating them. Eventually, your mind will start to believe them and your actions will follow. The third step is to surround yourself with positivity. Our environment plays a huge role in our mindset. If we surround ourselves with negative people and situations, it's easy to fall into negative self-talk. But if we surround ourselves with positive and supportive individuals, it can uplift us and reinforce our positive self-talk. And finally, the most important step is to be patient and persistent. Mastering your mindset through positive self-talk is not a one-time thing. It's a daily practice. It takes time and effort to change our thoughts and beliefs, but I can assure you it is worth it. Now, some of you may be wondering, how does positive self-talk tie into personal development? Well, my friends, personal development is all about becoming the best version of ourselves. And in order to do that, we must first master our mindset. We must learn to control our thoughts and beliefs, and positive self-talk is the key to doing that. When we have a positive mindset, we are more open to learning and growth. We are more resilient in the face of challenges, and we are more confident in pursuing our dreams. Positive self-talk allows us to break through our self-imposed limitations and reach our full potential. So my challenge to you today is to start practicing positive self-talk. Become aware of your inner dialogue. Replace negative thoughts with positive affirmations. Surround yourself with positivity and be patient and persistent. I can guarantee that if you commit to this practice, you will see a significant improvement in your mindset and your life. In closing, my friends, the number one way to master your mindset is through positive self-talk. So let's commit to speaking kindly and positively to ourselves and watch as our mindset and our lives change for the better. Thank you.
Life is a series of choices, and the most important choice you can make is to act with courage. Courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the judgment that something else is more important than fear. It's about facing your fears head on and taking action despite them. When you learn to act as if you are courageous, your dreams will become reality. Think about the last time you faced a challenge. Maybe it was a job interview, a difficult conversation, or a new opportunity. Did you shrink back in fear, or did you step up and face it with courage? The truth is, courage is a muscle that needs to be exercised regularly. The more you act with courage, the stronger that muscle becomes. One of the biggest obstacles to acting with courage is self-doubt. We often tell ourselves that we're not good enough, smart enough, or capable enough to achieve our dreams. But the reality is, those are just stories we tell ourselves. They're not based on facts or evidence. When you learn to recognize those stories for what they are, just stories, you can start to rewrite them. Instead of telling yourself that you're not good enough, start telling yourself that you are capable and deserving of success. Instead of focusing on your weaknesses, focus on your strengths and the unique value you bring to the table. When you change your self-talk, You change your mindset, and that's when the magic happens. Another key to acting with courage is to surround yourself with people who believe in you and support your dreams. We all need cheerleaders in our lives, people who will encourage us when we're feeling down and celebrate our successes with us. Seek out those people and cultivate those relationships. They will be your rock when times get tough. But even with a supportive network, there will still be times when you have to face your fears alone. That's when it's important to remember that courage is a choice. You can choose to let fear hold you back, or you can choose to act in spite of it. When you choose courage, you open yourself up to new possibilities and opportunities that you never would have experienced otherwise. Think about the people you admire most in life. Chances are they all have one thing in common. They acted with courage. They didn't let fear hold them back from pursuing their dreams and making a difference in the world. They faced their fears head on and took action, even when it was hard. One of the most powerful examples of courage in action is the story of Rosa Parks. In 1955, Parks refused to give up her seat on a bus to a white passenger, despite the laws of segregation at the time. Her act of courage sparked the Montgomery bus boycott and helped to ignite the civil rights movement. Parks didn't let fear stop her from standing up for what she believed in, and her bravery changed the course of history. Another example of courage is the story of Terry Fox. In 1980, Fox embarked on a cross-Canada run to raise money for cancer research, despite having lost his leg to the disease. He ran an average of 26 miles per day for 143 days straight before his cancer returned and forced him to stop. Fox's courage and determination inspired millions of people around the world and helped to raise over $750 million for cancer research. These stories remind us that courage is not about being fearless, but about taking action in the face of fear. It's about choosing to do what's right, even when it's hard. And when you learn to act with courage, you open yourself up to a world of possibilities. So how can you start acting with courage today? The first step is to identify your fears and face them head on. What are you afraid of? Is it failure, rejection, change? Whatever it is, acknowledge it. And then ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen if I face this fear? Chances are, the worst case scenario is not nearly as bad as you think. Once you've identified your fears, the next step is to take action. Start small if you need to, but take action nonetheless. If you're afraid of public speaking, volunteer to give a presentation at work or join a Toastmasters club. If you're afraid of change, take a small step outside your comfort zone each day. The more you face your fears, the easier it will become. Another way to act with courage is to reframe your thinking. Instead of focusing on what could go wrong, focus on what could go right. Instead of dwelling on your weaknesses, focus on your strengths. When you shift your mindset from fear to possibility, you open yourself up to new opportunities and experiences. It's also important to remember that courage is not a one-time event, but a daily practice. You have to choose courage every day, in every situation. Some days will be easier than others, but the more you practice courage, the stronger that muscle will become. And here's the thing, when you act with courage, you inspire others to do the same. Your bravery has a ripple effect that touches everyone around you. When you stand up for what you believe in, when you take risks and pursue your dreams, you give others permission to do the same. So don't wait for someone else to give you permission to be courageous. Don't wait for the perfect moment or the perfect opportunity. The time to act with courage is now. The world needs more people who are willing to stand up for what they believe in, who are willing to take risks and pursue their dreams. And when you do, amazing things will happen. You'll discover new talents and abilities that you never knew you had. You'll form deep and meaningful connections with others who share your values and your vision. You'll make a difference in the world, no matter how small or large. But most importantly, you'll become the person you were meant to be. You'll stop living in fear and start living in possibility. You'll stop settling for less and start reaching for more. You'll stop playing small and start playing big. Because when you learn to act as if you're courageous, your dreams will become reality. You'll be able to accomplish things you never thought possible. You'll be able to overcome obstacles and challenges that once seemed insurmountable. You'll be able to live a life of purpose and meaning, filled with joy and fulfillment. So start today. Take that first step, no matter how small. Face your fears head on and choose courage over comfort. Surround yourself with people who believe in you and support your dreams. And most importantly, believe in yourself. Believe that you have what it takes to achieve your goals and make a difference in the world. Because the truth is, you do. You have everything you need inside of you to live a life of courage and purpose. All you have to do is take that first step. So what are you waiting for? The world is waiting for you. Your dreams are waiting for you. Your purpose is waiting for you. All you have to do is act with courage and watch as your life transforms in ways you never thought possible. Remember, courage is not about being fearless. It's about taking action in the face of fear. It's about choosing to do what's right, even when it's hard. And when you learn to act with courage, you open yourself up to a world of possibilities. So take that first step today. Face your fears head on and choose courage over comfort. Surround yourself with people who believe in you and support your dreams. And most importantly, believe in yourself. Believe that you have what it takes to achieve your goals and make a difference in the world. Because when you learn to act as if you are courageous, your dreams will become reality. And it's important to remember that courage is not just about the big, life-changing moments. It's also about the small, everyday choices we make. It's about choosing to be kind, even when others are not. It's about choosing to be honest, even when it's easier to lie. It's about choosing to stand up for what's right, even when it's unpopular. These small acts of courage may not seem like much in the moment, but they add up over time. They create a ripple effect that touches everyone around you. When you choose to be kind, you inspire others to do the same. When you choose to be honest, you create a culture of trust and transparency. When you choose to stand up for what's right, you give others permission to do the same. And that's how change happens. Not through grand gestures or heroic acts, but through the small, everyday choices we make. Through the courage we show in the face of fear, the kindness we extend to others, and the integrity we bring to everything we do. But it's not always easy to act with courage. There will be times when you're tempted to take the easy way out, to give in to fear or self-doubt. That's when it's important to remember your why. Why do you want to be courageous? Why do you want to pursue your dreams? Why do you want to make a difference in the world? When you connect with your why, you tap into a deep well of motivation and inspiration. You remind yourself of what's truly important, and you find the strength to keep going even when things get tough. One way to stay connected to your why is to surround yourself with people who share your values and your vision. Find mentors and role models who have faced similar challenges and overcome them. Join communities of like-minded individuals who can support you and encourage you along the way. Another way to stay motivated is to celebrate your successes, no matter how small. When you take a step outside your comfort zone, when you face a fear head-on, when you achieve a goal you've been working towards, take a moment to acknowledge and celebrate that victory. Give yourself permission to feel proud of what you've accomplished, and use that momentum to keep moving forward. But perhaps the most important thing to remember is that courage is not about perfection. You don't have to have it all figured out, and you don't have to get it right every time. Courage is about showing up even when you're scared. It's about taking action even when you're not sure of the outcome. It's about being willing to fail and then picking yourself up and trying again. Because the truth is, failure is a part of the journey. It's not something to be feared or avoided, but something to be embraced and learned from. Every failure is an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become a better version of yourself. And when you learn to embrace failure, you free yourself from the fear of it. You stop letting it hold you back, and you start using it as a tool for growth and transformation. So don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to take risks and try new things. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there and pursue your dreams. Because the only way to achieve greatness is to be willing to fail along the way. And remember, you are not alone in this journey. There are people all around you who are facing their own fears and pursuing their own dreams. There are people who have been where you are and have come out the other side stronger and wiser. Seek out those people. Learn from their experiences and their wisdom. Let their stories inspire you and give you hope. And when you have the opportunity, be that person for someone else. Share your own stories of courage and resilience and help others find the strength to keep going. Because that's what life is all about. It's about connection and community. It's about lifting each other up and supporting one another through the challenges and the triumphs. It's about being a part of something bigger than ourselves and making a difference in the world. And when you learn to act with courage, you become a part of that something bigger. You become a force for good in the world, a beacon of hope and inspiration for others. So don't wait for someone else to give you permission to be courageous. Don't wait for the perfect moment or the perfect opportunity. The time to act with courage is now. The world needs more people like you, people who are willing to stand up for what they believe in, who are willing to take risks and pursue their dreams. And when you do, amazing things will happen. You'll discover new talents and abilities that you never knew you had. You'll form deep and meaningful connections with others who share your values and your vision. You'll make a difference in the world, no matter how small or large. But most importantly, you'll become the person you were meant to be. You'll stop living in fear and start living in possibility. You'll stop settling for less and start reaching for more. You'll stop playing small and start playing big. Because when you learn to act as if you are courageous, your dreams will become reality. You'll be able to accomplish things you never thought possible. You'll be able to overcome obstacles and challenges that once seemed insurmountable. You'll be able to live a life of purpose and meaning, filled with joy and fulfillment. And that's a life worth living. That's a life worth fighting for. That's a life worth being courageous for. So start today. Take that first step, no matter how small. Face your fears head on and choose courage over comfort. Surround yourself with people who believe in you and support your dreams. And most importantly, believe in yourself. Believe that you have what it takes to achieve your goals and make a difference in the world. Because the truth is, you do. You have everything you need inside of you to live a life of courage and purpose. All you have to do is take that first step. And when you do, the world will open up to you in ways you never thought possible. You'll discover new opportunities and experiences that you never knew existed. You'll meet new people and form new relationships that will change your life for the better. You'll find a sense of purpose and meaning that will guide you through even the toughest of times. But it all starts with that first step. It all starts with the decision to act with courage, even when it's hard, even when it's scary, even when you're not sure what the outcome will be. Because that's what courage is all about. It's about taking action in the face of fear. It's about choosing to do what's right, even when it's hard. It's about believing in yourself and your dreams, even when others don't. And when you learn to act with courage, you inspire others to do the same. You create a ripple effect that touches everyone around you. You become a leader, a role model, and a force for good in the world. So don't wait any longer. Don't let fear hold you back from living the life you were meant to live. Don't let self-doubt or insecurity keep you from pursuing your dreams. Instead, choose courage. Choose to take action even when it's hard. Choose to believe in yourself and your abilities. Choose to surround yourself with people who support and encourage you. And most importantly, choose to never give up. Choose to keep going, even when things get tough. Choose to learn from your failures and use them as stepping stones to success. Because when you do, there's no limit to what you can achieve. There's no dream too big, no goal too ambitious, no challenge too great. You have the power within you to create the life you want, to make a difference in the world, and to leave a lasting legacy, All you have to do is act with courage and watch as your dreams become reality. So, take that first step today. Face your fears head on and choose courage over comfort. Believe in yourself and your ability to achieve great things, and never, ever give up on your dreams. Because when you learn to act as if you are courageous, anything is possible, and that's a truth worth living for. Let's take a moment to reflect on some of the most courageous people in history. People like Mahatma Gandhi, who led a nonviolent resistance movement against British rule in India. Gandhi faced imprisonment, violence, and discrimination, but he never wavered in his commitment to peaceful protest and civil disobedience. His courage and determination inspired millions of people around the world and helped to bring about India's independence. Or consider the bravery of Malala Yousafzai, the young Pakistani activist who was shot by the Taliban for advocating for girls' education. Despite the threat to her life, Malala continued to speak out for the rights of girls and women, and her story has become a symbol of courage and resilience around the world. These are just a few examples of the countless individuals who have shown extraordinary courage in the face of adversity. But the truth is, you don't have to be a famous activist or leader to act with courage. Courage can be found in the everyday choices we make, in the way we treat others, and in the way we pursue our dreams. One of the most important things to remember about courage is that it's not about being fearless. It's about feeling the fear and doing it anyway. It's about acknowledging your doubts and insecurities, but refusing to let them hold you back. And that's where the power of positive self-talk comes in. When you're facing a challenge or pursuing a dream, it's easy to get caught up in negative thoughts and self-doubt. But by consciously choosing to speak to yourself with kindness and encouragement, you can shift your mindset and tap into your inner strength. So instead of telling yourself, I can't do this, try saying, I can do this and I will. Instead of focusing on your weaknesses, focus on your strengths and the progress you've already made. And instead of dwelling on past failures, remind yourself of all the times you've overcome obstacles and achieved your goals. By cultivating a positive inner dialogue, you'll be better equipped to face your fears and take bold action towards your dreams. You'll be more resilient in the face of setbacks and more confident in your ability to succeed. But it's not just about what you say to yourself. It's also about what you do. Courage is an action, not just a feeling. It's about taking concrete steps towards your goals, even when it's hard or uncomfortable. So if you're afraid of public speaking, sign up for a Toastmasters class or volunteer to give a presentation at work. If you're afraid of failure, set small, achievable goals and celebrate each victory along the way. If you're afraid of change, take one small step outside your comfort zone each day, whether it's trying a new food or striking up a conversation with a stranger. The more you practice acting with courage, the easier it will become. And as you build that courage muscle, you'll start to see new opportunities and possibilities opening up in your life. But it's not just about personal growth and achievement. It's also about the impact you can have on others. When you act with courage, you inspire others to do the same. You become a role model and a leader, showing others what's possible when you refuse to let fear hold you back. Think about the people in your life who have inspired you with their courage. Maybe it's a friend who stood up to a bully or a family member who pursued their dreams despite the odds. Maybe it's a public figure who used their platform to speak out against injustice, or a teacher who believed in you when no one else did. These people didn't let fear stop them from doing what was right or pursuing what mattered most to them. And in doing so, they made a difference in the world and in the lives of those around them. You have that same power within you. You have the ability to act with courage, to inspire others, and to make a positive impact on the world. All you have to do is take that first step. So what are you waiting for? What dream have you been putting off? What fear have you been letting hold you back? Whatever it is, know that you have the courage within you to face it head on and come out stronger on the other side. It won't be easy, and there will be obstacles and setbacks along the way. But with each challenge you overcome, with each fear you face, you'll grow in confidence and resilience. You'll discover new strengths and abilities within yourself, and you'll inspire others to do the same. And as you pursue your dreams with courage, remember to be kind to yourself along the way. Remember that progress isn't always linear, and that setbacks are a natural part of the journey. Remember to celebrate your victories no matter how small, and to learn from your failures. Most importantly, remember that you are not alone. There are people all around you who are facing their own fears and pursuing their own dreams. Seek out those people, learn from them, and support one another along the way. Because together, we can create a world where courage is the norm, not the exception. A world where people are free to pursue their passions and make a difference without letting fear hold them back. A world where every individual has the opportunity to become the best version of themselves and live a life of purpose and meaning. That's the world we can create if we choose to act with courage, if we choose to take bold action towards our dreams, to stand up for what's right, and to inspire others along the way. So let's make that choice today and every day. Let's choose courage over fear, action over inaction, and purpose over complacency. Let's become the leaders and role models we wish to see in the world, and let's create a better future for ourselves and for generations to come. It won't be easy, but it will be worth it, because when we learn to act as if we are courageous, when we refuse to let fear hold us back, there's no limit to what we can achieve. We can change lives, we can change communities, we can change the world. So let's start today. Let's take that first step, no matter how small, towards a life of courage and purpose. Let's surround ourselves with people who believe in us and support our dreams. And let's never, ever give up on what matters most. Because when we learn to act as if we are courageous, anything is possible. And that's a truth worth living for. As we come to the end of this journey together, I want to leave you with one final thought. Courage is not a destination. It's a way of life. It's not something you achieve once and then never have to work at again. It's a daily practice, a constant choice to face your fears and take action towards your dream. Some days will be harder than others. Some challenges will feel insurmountable. But know that you have the strength within you to keep going, to keep pushing forward, no matter what obstacles come your way. And know that every act of courage, no matter how small, makes a difference. Every time you choose to face your fears, every time you take a step outside your comfort zone, every time you stand up for what you believe in, you are making the world a better place. So keep going. Keep believing in yourself and your dreams. Keep surrounding yourself with people who lift you up and inspire you to be your best self. And most importantly, keep choosing courage even when it's hard. Because when you do, you'll look back on your life and be amazed at all that you've accomplished. You'll see the lives you've touched, the difference you've made, and the person you've become. And you'll know that it was all worth it. So here's to a life of courage, a life of purpose, a life of meaning. Here's to becoming the best version of ourselves and creating a better world for all. Here's to learning to act as if we are courageous and watching as our dreams become